Proper bookkeeping and
Yes.
proper accounting.
Yes.
And, what is proper bookkeeping and proper accounting?
Yes. So my favorite color is gray when it comes to taxes. How
And
about yours?
beards, and
Yeah, and
beards.
beards and Beard Nation, right? Shout out the Gray Beard Nation. But the most important thing of it all is to stay compliant and to not put yourself in any risk. We all want to pay the proper tax we're supposed to pay, right? So bookkeeping is important for as a business owner for you to understand your numbers because you should have a guiding principle. I love back of the napkin, and I think you're a proponent of it as well, Norm, right? We get an idea, and instead of spending 20, 30 hours doing a business plan, just do a back of the napkin equation. If my cost of goods are X, and if my sales price is X, and if my fixed expenses are blah, 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 this, what's the profit margin? And then is that proper, is that a good return on your time and your investment of that business? So people do that at the beginning of starting their business, but then you know what? Then they turn the blinders on and they have no idea. Their cost of goods could be 40% because they're not watching their numbers. Like our e-com, Amazon and Shopify customers, a lot of them, when they reach a certain volume, they plug in A2X. A2X is expensive, but you know what? It's worth it. And I'll tell you why it's worth it. It's tracking your returns, your refunds. It's giving you a clear understanding. You may be thinking, oh, you're selling the heck out of your product, but you may not have the visibility to know, yeah, but you're getting a 20% return. And if you don't factor in that breakage model, then are you really profitable? Maybe you're not. Maybe that's a bad SKU. Maybe that thing breaks all the time, right? Maybe you're better off with a lower profit margin on a product that doesn't get returned. So you're not closing the loop on all of this if you don't have proper bookkeeping. So run your books, know your numbers. You triggered something for me. Early in my 20s, a mentor said to me, do what you do that you know how to do, and the things that you're not the best at, pay somebody, no matter what the cost is, pay somebody to get the best you can at those. And that's what's going to allow you to be successful in life. And so I started on my first business. I probably didn't need to go out and pay an accountant. And this was, I'm going to date myself. This was in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. And I paid an accountant $330 a month back then. And we have customers that they pay $295 a month. And that 330 as the business grew became 800 a month. And then they charged me another like $8,000 for a tax return. And that was really the impetus of this business. Is when I exited my last business in manufacturing, I said to myself, why is it that the more money that an accountant sees you make, the higher the price it is? That's not fair, right? It's the same work, right? Unless there's that many more transactions. And that's why we put in the transparent pricing that we have in our model and made it fair and equitable. Because if business owners know their numbers, Norm, they will stay in business. 92% of the people run their business from their bank account. And of the 82% of the ones that fail, 82% that failed because of lack of cash flow. They were profitable, but they didn't know that they needed a little more oxygen to get over the next.
Lunch with